Hitch, do you draw on, with these guys, do they need to draw on some of the past playoff experiences and move forward with it here and, learn from them? Or?
Well, I don't know what you learned. It's a new team, new players. I think the only thing you learn is how difficult and hard it is and how well you have to play just to remain competitive. I think the only experience you want the players to absorb is to embrace how difficult it's going to be and how challenging it's going to be, and really enjoy and have fun with it. And I think the teams that have players that have gone through that experience, have had success in that experience, they have a benefit. And if you've got a lot of players who know what the price is to pay and the way you have to play and how to move on daily and not get absorbed or overwhelmed knowing that it takes 4 games to win a series, that's usually where you're able to maintain a level and not get too emotional about it. You really have to take it as one day separately from the next in the competition, because you're going to go through lots of emotional upheaval and you're just going to have to learn to deal with it.
Obviously things could change between now and Thursday, but could you talk about decisions that you had to make with the lineup? I presume that's the one that you think's the best, the one you had on the ice today?
That's the one we practiced. We'll change it up for Wednesday. We want to look at something different on Wednesday, and we'll move 2 or 3 players around on Wednesday and see which one we like the best.
Was that a difficult decision? And again, it could change in the next couple of days. The defensive line, some people think that maybe Bortuzzo should be in the lineup, but it seems like it looks like
I don't know that I'd go to the bank on that or some other options. I like I said, we'll make some changes on Wednesday. We'll tweak a few things and see which combos we like, not only defense pairings but forwards too.
Did you like what you saw from what you had out there today?
Yeah, I want to see what the opposition has for a lineup and see what they've got, and that's going to affect the way we play our team, our players also. So I want to see what he's got going, and whether what he plays with Koivu will determine a lot who we're going to play on the wings.
Does the chemistry between Laterra and Tarasenko specifically add a dynamic that you feel you didn't have last year?
Yeah, well, I think 2 things. First of all, Stastny takes a lot of ice time away from Backes defensively, which helps a lot. So David is going to be able to be turned loose in this series a little bit more, and that's a good thing for us. And secondly, all year we've had matchup problems for the opposition because we've been able to put players out after stoppages, after special teams that are dynamic offensive players. So it's put teams on their heels more than they want to be, and that's helped us a lot. Where Laterra's line has helped us more than anything is that we don't want the opposition to get too many breaths, and that's what they've done. There's been a special teams power play or penalty killing, and then that line trots out right after it or comes out pretty quickly, and it puts you on your heels, and that's hopefully what we can continue to do. But it's given us a really good matchup because we don't ask them to kill penalties. It's given them some fresh legs to go out and hopefully play offense right away.
Did you decide on a goalie yet?
Not yet. No.
How much have you liked Paul Stastny's game over the last few weeks, and what do you think he brings to the club going into the playoffs?
Well, I don't think it's anything different. I've liked his defensive part of his game. I think it's led to some of the offense that he's got, but he's on the right side of the puck, doesn't cheat the game, and so there's a trust factor with the coaching staff. I think points come and go. I said this to you before. You're not going to see Stas's points totals reach the level that he's going to be at for at least another mid-season of next year. That's going to be his point totals. Even as good as the lines played, the point totals aren't any different than he had all year. But part we like is that he's a very responsible player in every aspect. He's been great on killing penalties. I can't remember the last time he's got beat killing penalties. He's been great against good players. He's been good in D-zone faceoffs. He's been good at the end of the games. All the things that help you win hockey games, that's the part that we've liked. And we recognize that point totals will take time. Anytime you bring a new skilled player in your team, the law of averages are that it takes an extended period of time before those players fit in. He's typical of that. But in the aspect of being competitive, he's done a real good job of being highly competitive.
If you play Backes with Yashkin and Berglund moving forward, Is that an intriguing line just from a standpoint they've got the size they can wear on a team in a series?
Well, I don't know. They've been together for so long. We just like the way they've played. So how we play them and who we play them with, the opposition is going to dictate that. Depends on what that lineup comes out as. But that line's been together for almost a month now. We've liked it. It's chipped in offensively. I don't think it's affected any of David's offense, which is good because we thought there might be a drop off there. There hasn't been. They've got scoring chances, and they're able to play big body hockey. So that's a good sign for us.
It's your 4 years here. What's your confidence level right now? And is this your best hockey team going into the playoffs?
Well, I've had confidence in all of them, but I think the reality is that this is a tough conference. It's a really tough division. Whoever comes out of this division has to win twice in this division, which is not easy. But I've had confidence in everything. The only team I quite frankly felt terrible for was last year's team because it was really unfair. The evaluation on the players at the end of the year was really unfair because they were just so banged up. This is a fresher group, a healthier group, touch wood, to start, which is the thing I'm feeling good about. I'm excited to see them play. But I felt really, for a team that played so well last year, to have that happen to them, I thought that was really unfair. And I felt for the players at the end of the year.
Is that just a sense of relief for you that you're going in 100%?
Yeah, well, I think we're not, like I was telling the coaches today, the first practice we had last year, we took a day and a half off and missed 7 players. So we are a completely different group. We had 5 lines, we had 8 defensemen and 2 healthy goalies going at it, and everybody survived the practice and did fine. So we'll be healthy to go for Wednesday. We'll be healthy to start on Thursday. It's such a different feeling because we were in this question mark gray area last year right up until the pregame skate, and we're not there. We know what's going, so we're able to prepare a lot differently, which I think is going to really help us.
At this point, what goes into the goalie decision, and when would you like to have an announcement?
I don't know. I'll flip a coin the next couple of days.
But what do you weigh into it?
Well, both guys played good. Both guys have had, well, I said this before, one guy's had a great season, one guy's had a great last 5 weeks. We had, they've stolen us games. Elliott, other than that fluke shot barrage that happened in Minnesota, Brian's played great against them. This is a new experience for Jake. So we've got a veteran guy that's had some good experience, and then we've got a young guy who's really emerging. So I got the best of both worlds, and I'll make it up sometime Wednesday or Thursday.
Does the opponent factor in more than other people would think?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I would say that has a factor in it, yeah, for sure.
Since you said earlier in the week that you'd go with the hot hand or stay with the hot hand, so did that philosophy change at all?
Nah, the hot hand for me in the playoffs is, I think you got to really base on who played well against the opposition. I think that's significant. Some goalies are set up for different type of opposition, and we like them both right now. Like I said, Els has played more against this team, and he's played well, so we like them both. Though.
Why do you think Brian's had so much success against Minnesota? Is there reasons you can point to?
Yeah, because they're a rush attack team. Yeah, their scoring chances on us this year they've got a predominant amount of scoring chances off the rush. It's really interesting. We've got way more than they do again on the cycle, and they've got way more than we do on the rush. So that's been the big difference. And Els has had a heck of a year defending the rush this year.
Talking about playoff experience, for someone like Laterra who hasn't had NHL playoff experience, is there a difference in that?
No, because he's played in the Olympics. If he wouldn't have played in the Olympics, I would have said this would be a whole new program for him. But because he's played in the Olympics, he's seen it at the highest level. So he's not going to be surprised what's out there right now at all. The Olympics that was tough sledding. That was tough sledding for everybody. The games were at such a high level, and he's played in them, and he was a significant player by the end of the Olympics, which was, I think, that experience is going to help him here.
Is the plan to keep Ratty here?
Yes. Yeah, he is a potential player if we have a problem in this series injury-wise or whatever. He's a potential player. We've really liked his game. We've really liked the way he's competed. We really like the way his board play, his vision on the ice. It looks like he's a guy that can help us now and in the future, for sure. Okay, thanks.